This is the brand new Island Fortress map in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. But there's a catch. This island fortress isn't surrounded by water, it's surrounded by molten lava. This fortress is currently inhabited by every World War II army in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. We're talking Japanese soldiers, British soldiers, American soldiers, Soviet soldiers, German soldiers, and more, including accompanying defenses like AT guns, tanks, flak guns, and more. These troops from every World War II army must defend the island bridge fortress against 10 million zombies coming out from these planes to destroy the World War II units. This is a part of the brand new map building mod for Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. Let me know if there's any maps you guys want me to check out in future videos or various scenarios you guys would like to see with the new maps we've used so far. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alright boys, let's go ahead and press start here, and the 10 million zombies begin lurching forward against the defenses. A few soldiers, particularly Japanese soldiers with T-34 Soviet tanks, are defending the front bottleneck of the bridge here. However, once these guys are killed, then it's going to be up to the British soldiers back here and some Sherman tanks and AT guns to defend the bridge itself. I think the bridge is going to be one of the strongest points of the entire map. Obviously, it's a choke point, but not only that, there's tons of backup artillery and tank fire to help them out. You can see shots coming from flak guns all the way back at the fortress walls there, and they're impacting all over the place here, probably killing hundreds of zombies with every single shot. Now, this first wave of zombies is mainly standard zombies as well as fast runner zombies. But the further back we go in the zombie lines, the more variations in zombies we have. You can see some burned zombies there. There's also deformed zombies on the battlefield, toxic hazmat suit zombies. I think spearman zombies are on the battlefield. We've got like 8 different kinds of zombies coming forward and attacking the World War II armies of Earth here. Now, this is definitely one of my favorite maps that we've seen so far from the map building, but I also saw there is a Helm's Deep map that was just released. I gotta play it. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings nerd. Tolkien is my, peak author. I've read and listened to the Lord of the Rings books so many times. Oh, it's peak. It is peak. So I would definitely be very keen to do a little bit of Helm's Deep. I know Lord of the Rings is not the most popular thing on my channel, so let me know in the comments if you guys would be interested in watching that. I know I certainly would be. Maybe we'll spice it up and do Helm's Deep, but, you know, maybe it's like every single Lord of the Rings army in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 defending versus Sauron instead of just purely, you know, Knights of Rohan and the elves defending. That could be kind of interesting. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys would like to see that or not. But regardless, the World War II armies are defending quite nicely at the front lines here thus far. Look at this. The Japanese soldiers doing a all-out defense with their Arasakas. They've also got bayonets, so they should be able to do some melee damage as a secondary attack if the zombies get too close. I wonder, like, how often they do that. I know it's a feature in the game, but it's very difficult to differentiate the firing animation from that, since the game has so many units on the battlefield, so many entities. I mean, literally there are, well, they started with over 10 million entities on the battlefield. We are now at just under 10 million entities on the battlefield. But, you know, the way this game works, I'm pretty sure, is there's so many entities, but at the same time, you know, if you zoom out, things get very undetailed very quickly. But on top of that, there aren't really crazy animations or anything like that. The most units do really is kind of swivel like these T-34s are doing here. So the game is able to handle so many entities and such ultimate epic battles because of the fact that the game itself is very simplistic and the AI itself is very simplistic. The AI most of the time is literally just, there is enemy, me go get enemy. Because if it was any more elaborate than that, like if it was, for example, Call to Arms Gates of Hell or Men of War Assault Squad 2, that AI is rather advanced, even though they're still kind of idiotic in those games. It's considerably more advanced AI than what we're working with here, and therefore, you know, you can handle less entities on the battlefield, and those games are, of course, way more detailed and things like that. One nice thing about these brand new maps is actually the detail is fairly simplistic. Unlike the Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 base maps, where, you know, instead of just having kind of molded Unity level mountains here, they would have trees dotting it, they'd have random little interest points around it, and these plains would be coated in trees and things like that. And so the game gets a little bit more laggy because of that. However, in this brand new map building update, a lot of people are just kind of building like, oh, here's a cool island, we'll slap a bridge and a little simple fortress on it, and the rest can be empty, because that's all people need in these maps. And so it lets you put more units on the battlefield. Getting 10 million units on a standard UEBS 2 map is really difficult without it becoming super laggy, but in maps like these, where they're a little bit more simple, it's very possible. So I am really loving that feature in the new update, that people are able to kind of make more simple maps, and therefore we can have even more units on the battlefield than before. It's pretty sick. Here, some of the hazmat suit zombies are joining the fray, as well as some of the deformed and burned zombies are reaching the front lines as well, and I think we're starting to see kind of more Japanese soldiers going down because of that. Those are stronger zombie variants than your standard and runner zombies, so we're seeing kind of sections of the Japanese infantry getting carved out here and going down. The T-34s are still very much so alive, which is very good to see. However, they're likely to go down relatively soon as well. Currently, we are at 8.8 million zombies remaining, so quite a number have died at this point. And 84,700 World War II units remain. We started with about 90,000 World War II units, so we're down about 5k, and we're down about 1.2 million zombies. The number of kills at the top right is super inaccurate with these battles, especially with explosive fire and things like that. So, yeah, don't rely on those too much. Either way, why don't we go ahead and time-lapse the end of the Japanese army and the Soviet army here, and then the British army will be fighting the bridge defense up next. Alright, the very bitter end of the Japanese army and the Soviet tanks is here. A couple Soviet tanks are, well, just one actually, and it's dead. It's gone. RIP. So now it's just a few Japanese infantrymen over this way, and then the British with their Lee Enfield rifles behind them having to then take over the defense. However, you know, the Shermans behind them, as well as the AT guns, should be getting a little bit more accurate as the zombies get closer and closer, so that will increase kill counts, and maybe even the flak guns all the way back there, which you can see here's a round coming in from one. Boom, baby. Okay, that's way back there, but that's fine. Still gets kills. We like to see that. And here we go. The zombies full charging now against the Lee Enfield armed British boys. Now, there are 8.47 million zombies still remaining on the battlefield, so about 1.5 milli have died so far, and 83,000 remaining World War II Army units, so about 7,000 of them have died thus far. I would say that's pretty good numbers for the World War II armies. They're doing pretty solid. Whoa, whoa, what the heck? Okay, we just phased through the world. That's odd. The AT guns back here should be firing away, as are the Shermans, but not very rapidly. Actually, are the AT guns firing at all? It might just be the Shermans right now. Huh. Maybe the zombies gotta get a little bit closer, I guess. I'm hoping as the zombies get closer, these guys get more kills. But then we haven't really checked out the backline defenses yet. Holding these stakes here is going to be German Wehrmacht MP40 soldiers. Behind them, Flax. And then behind them, we've got Soviet riflemen. What gun do they have? Mosins? No, that's a SK. SKS or SVS? Or SVK? I can never remember. Let me know in the comments. You guys will know. Cows! Protect the cows. That's what this is all about. I didn't even know there were cows on this map. The moo-moos. Protect the moo-moos. We got trench gun soldiers for the U.S. back here. And then the final line is going to be Kar 98K German soldiers. What? These guys are like floating. I think the hitbox for the wall is supposed to be down here. That's fine. They'll still probably be able to be killed. Almost everything can be killed in this game, honestly, so I'm not too worried about that. Here come the Zomboys, and they're getting shredded, but you know what? The Brits are also getting some, you know, decent losses done to them as well, so I'd say it's pretty tit for tat thus far. Let's watch the zombies migrate their way forward. Zombies are making pretty quick progress across the bridge. This ain't looking too good, Chief. The Brits are not holding out super well, and I am quite worried. Are the AT guns firing? I just don't see them firing. They do have an animation, right? Yeah, they do. Oh, are they firing, like, do the shots spawn above them, maybe? That might be what's happening. That could be what's happening. A zombie got blown all the way over here. A bunch of them are. Oh! They're riding the side of the bridge and coming forward that way. Oh, that's not good. That's pretty bad. Okay. Well, let's watch the zombies slowly approaching. Yeah, the defense is crumbling a little bit, but I'm hoping they can start getting more. It seems like the explosives are helping a ton. I'm seeing a lot more fire coming from these now, so that's good. Maybe they can do this if they just continue to fire. Alright, zombies are getting closer and closer. Look at this. They're getting real close. They're getting wicked close. But the World War II armies are holding out a little bit better than before, which is good to see. I think they're still going to go down fairly soon. There's 8 million zombies left. Well, actually 7.9 million. So about 2.1 million have died. And there's 75,000 World War II Army soldiers left, so about 15K have died of them. I guess we'll continue to watch this. I don't think anything crazy will happen. Why do I keep phasing into that? I don't think anything crazy will happen until we get to like back there. I think this will just be kind of a downfall of the World War II armies, and then we'll see the rest in the back, and that's where we'll really see if the World War II armies can do this or not. It's not looking too great right now. Okay, so zombies are now full-on swarming here. Looks like some of the AT guns have gone down. Other ones are still alive and trying to thrive, but that's not exactly doing all that well. Now Sherman's, they've got about 10k health, so they should be able to survive at least a little bit longer, which will be good. I think that, why does that keep happening? Okay, I'll stop going into RTS mode. These guys with the MP40s are firing now, so hopefully they can help out a little bit. I think once the zombies do eventually charge them, they're not going to really be able to do all that much. I think, honestly, our next best is going to be here with the Soviets. Maybe they can stop the zombies. There's only one entrance, right? Yeah, it looks like there's only one entrance to the fortress right here, so that choke point could help out tremendously, hopefully, because the bridge really hasn't worked out. Well, I mean, I guess 2.3 million zombies have died on the bridge, so in that regard, it has gone well, but overall, it's not quite the choke point stopping point that we really needed. Not even close. Let's watch an overhead time lapse here, and hopefully these guys can hold out a little bit longer and maybe get to like 7 million before the fortress itself has to start defending. Alright, honestly, not too bad. The Sherman's still holding here, although not a lot of them. There's like, I don't know, 15 maybe left? I don't know. Quick maths. We've also got a few AT guns still alive here. Again, not many. Is there something over here? God dang it, why does it do that? Oh, there's a bunch over here still. Oh, interesting. Okay, so these are actually doing a pretty decent last stand defense. It's not too bad. The MP40 soldiers still firing away as well. And the flak guns also supporting with some fire there. Why don't we time-lapse from afar here and watch as the zombies come in. There's 7.36 million zombies still remaining, and 74,000 World War II soldiers remaining. Let's go! Alright, boys. The zombies are now attacking the actual fortress itself. And the Soviets are actually doing a pretty decent job here defending. Actually, wait, why does that keep happening? Zombies are... Oh, that's because a few troops were just kind of out in the open over here. Yeah, there's still a few over here, it looks, that spawned outside the walls. Any behind? No, so the rest of those zombies should go back towards the middle section a little bit later on. Although, some are actually getting on top of the walls and attacking below. That could be a little bit dangerous, but right now it's pretty much a complete trickle. It's not a big deal in the slightest. Yeah, almost all the zombies are coming down mid here, where this body pile could get pretty serious and encompass the top of the walls there, where then the zombies would be able to come over in mass. So, you know, this choke point won't last as a choke point for forever, but the nice thing is this is a tiered fortress, so then there's this choke point, then there's this choke point, and so on and so forth. So it shouldn't be too bad if this choke point here ends up faltering eventually. You know, there's still more behind. Now, the battle's been going on for about 4 hours now, which is kind of funny because only 3 million zombies have died at this point. But that being said, these battles do last a really long time, especially when you're dealing with choke points. So I'm going to let this run for another half an hour because it's like 10 p.m. I kind of want to go to bed semi-soonish because I have to get up a little early in the morning. And so I'll let this run for another like half hour, and then we'll check in on it, and then we'll let it run throughout the night, not time-lapsing, but we should be able to see the outcome by that point. Let's see what happens right now. The zombies here have breached through actually pretty considerably. I don't think the soldiers are going to have this, honestly. We'll find out. But, yeah, I'm going to go to bed. I let this run for like an hour or more. I'm super eepy. I got to get up. But we're going to let this run overnight, see what ends up happening. Maybe we'll have a World War II victory. You never know. We'll go in slow-mo just to see, you know, because it'll cut the time in half for us, so that works a little bit better. In maybe if they are surviving, we'll find out. We'll find out. I'll see you guys in just a second. Well, all right, boys. It's now the next morning. It's been about 7.5 hours, it looks like. And we have ourselves still over 6 million zombies. That's the beauty of that slow-mo, is it just kind of, you know, it still takes a while, so we didn't really end up missing all that much of this battle, which is great. A ton of the zombies are now past the bridge. That's kind of interesting to see. They're all accumulating around the castle walls now, and still more coming from the bridge itself, though. I mean, look at this. Look how many. There's so many zombies. And on top of that, still 60,000 defenders. The World War II armies are definitely making the most of this castle fortress defense right now. We do have body piles growing over here, though, so eventually these will spill over, and these zombies will start hitting from the other side, which would be no bueno. I say that could result in the downfall of the Soviets, because then it'll be just 3 separate entrance points that the zombies are going after. That could be really, really rough. The U.S. soldiers are probably going to hold decently. I don't know. The trench shotgun is great. The only problem is that it tends to either do really, really well or flop, because the trench shotgun deals a lot of damage. It's just a slow output in this game, so I'm not entirely sure what is going to happen with that. Either way, 4 million zombies at this point are dead, and we're at 58,000 remaining World War II Army soldiers. Absolutely bonkers. Why don't we go ahead and watch this body pile, and eventually I think it'll spill over into the other side, and that'll be kind of cool to see in time-lapse formation. Another half an hour has passed, and the zombies did end up breaking through this way. But now, the shotgun units and a few Soviet units over here are holding them at the next choke point position. Actually, they didn't fully break over the wall here. I guess they just had a huge surge this way and really started to dice them up a good bit. They're nice. We'll do another time lapse over here. Why do I keep clipping through the wall? Ow! Brother! Also, zombies are kind of weirdly getting through over here a little bit, but nothing crazy. Nothing on the other side, though. So, yeah, we'll watch this, but god dang, it's crazy. Okay, that was an hour-and-a-half time lapse. I definitely let it run for a little bit long, but we're at half the remaining zombie force. Only 4.7 million remain, and 47,900 World War II Army units remain. That is absolutely incredible. We do have some... Why does that keep happening? We do have some breaches over this way from zombies. Apparently there's some way they just get up here super easily. So they are actually grinding through some of the shotgun units over here. Obviously this choke point is not the best. But then over here we also have quite a number of dead zombies. They must be also glitching up this way, but they're holding a little bit better over here, so I'm not as worried. And of course, nothing's going on in the way back. A few guys are able to shoot right now through this tunnel, but that's about it. Why don't we go ahead and let this ride, since we just did an hour-and-a-half time lapse. I need to save some storage space on the computer, so we're gonna let this ride for maybe another hour or two and see where we're at. Another hour-and-a-half has gone by, and the body pile is massive. We're at 3.1 million zombies remaining, so 7 million have died, and 47,000 World War II units remain. We'll continue, we'll do a little time lapse, because I think we can spare a little bit of the storage space for another time lapse, but yeah, this is a long one. It's almost been going on for like 24 hours now. That's pretty insane. Okay, let's keep it going. Alright, that was only like a 15-minute time lapse. The body pile rose up while we were watching. That's kind of funny. But still 3 million zombies left. Killed about another 100,000 or so. I'm just gonna let this run for a while because there's still a lot of zombies. Yeah. Alright, boys, we're back, and there's only 600,000 zombies remaining at this point. Looks like there are still some on the bridge, but past the bridge is just the bodies of those that died from the initial World War II fire. We've got 45,500 World War II units still alive. So, I mean, a few of them seem to be dying every so often, but just nothing all that crazy. Yeah, they're just chilling. I think this is a for sure World War II victory, but I'll just let it run for a while. That massive time lapse kind of ate up our time lapse space. We're just gonna leave it, but yeah, let's see. 600,000 zombies. It's been another 20 minutes, and we are currently at 400,000 zombies remaining, and still 45,000 World War II soldiers. This is a guaranteed W. No World War II soldiers are dying. They're just not. This is a W. So why don't we go ahead and use that brand new God power to finish this off. The breath of God. Yes. You can basically just shove a bunch of zombies around. Look at this. Oh yeah. Decimating the zombie ranks with our foul breath. Wow. Really doesn't do that much, does it? A lot of them are still alive. Alright, you know what? The old classic. The nuke! Woohoo! Alright, that one kind of missed. Let's do here. Oh, it kind of does it under the castle. That's weird. Yeah, it does it under. Wow! Wee-wah. Okay. Alright, guys, that's going to be about it. World War II armies get a dominant W here. Beautifully done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.